Good evening, everybody. We are at Massac County High School on a Monday night as Carterville Lions open play in the Class 3A regionals here at Massac County. Tonight, the Lions are preparing to take on the Marion Wildcats for the third time tonight. I'm Dave McKenzie. Scott Hudson on assignment, so flying solo tonight from the Crow's Nest here at Massac County High School. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale has an online mortgage center where you can check rates or you can apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information, go to their website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. Carterville comes into the game tonight 13-18, coming off that loss at Heron on Friday night. Just a solid beating from the Heron Tigers, 71-34. It was Heron's senior night, and Carterville just was not in the flow, missed shots early in the game, and could never really get anything going. Heron ran away with it. Of course, a revenge win for the Heron Tigers over the Carterville Lions as Carterville knocked off Heron in the very first game of the year, 60-51. That was the very first game of 2018 and 19 in the Pyramid Plus tournament on the Heron Tiger floor. So Carterville needs some redemption here tonight in regional play. Marion comes into the game 18-12 on the season. And these two teams, they've met twice before this season. They met back in the Pyramid Plus on November 24th. Marion scored 59 points and a 59-42 win over the Lions. And then they met in January at the Midwinter Classic in West Frankfort. And again, Marion had 59 points. Carterville had 46. In those games for Carterville, Bryce Anderson had 14 and Stritzel had 9 in the very first meeting. And in the second meeting, Eli Downen had 13 and Garby had a dozen. Of course, the Lions are without the 6'4 sophomore who's been their leading scorer ever since the El Dorado tournament back in December. So Carterville is going to have their hands full. Marion Wildcats are on a roll. They're playing very, very well. They beat Carbondale in Carbondale 2 weeks ago. And, of course, they upset Centralia this past weekend. So Marion comes in the number 5 seed of this regional here at Massac County. Carterville comes in the number 11 seed. Both teams are on the floor in the game that just ended. Murfreesboro and Massac County had the opening game here at the regional. At one point, Massac County was down 16 points in the third period, and they wound up coming back, forcing overtime, and then they get the 4-point victory over Darrell Murphy and the Murfreesboro Red Devils. Joe Hossman earns the win 60-56. They advance on to take on the Carbondale Terriers, the number 1 seed in this regional. They'll play tomorrow night at 7:30 here at Massac County. The winner of this game between Carterville and Marion will take on Mascoutah in the winner of, or coming up tomorrow night. That game will be at 6 o'clock. Of course, Mascoutah making this long trip down here for this regional. Heron got the Freeburg Regional, and so that's what brought Mascoutah down to Massac County. Going to go on and take our first break. I had a chance to talk to Coach Shane Hawkins a little while ago about this game tonight, and we will hear from Coach Shane Hawkins here on our pregame show as the Carterville Lions prepare to take on the Marion Wildcats. It's regional play for IHSA basketball on News Radio WJPF. Hey everybody watching online, hope you're having a good night. We're running about a little under 30 minutes behind here. So about 10 minutes until tip-off, but thank you for tuning in on the YouTube channel. Ashlyn Maviano, thanks for subscribing to the channel.
Monday night basketball.
I would doubt that we do. They did it for the first game. Bring it to me.
Yeah, I'd like to get 2 more 90 seconds on the football.
Be easy to do.
Coming back.
There you have it, Coach Shane Hawkins on our pregame show here tonight as the Carterville Lions prepare to take on the Marion Wildcats. Updating a couple of other scores that we do have for you tonight. Actually, one other score at the Salem Regional. Centralia knocks off Benton, ends their season tonight 48-39. That is a final score. And as you heard just a few minutes ago, it was Murfreesboro getting beat by Massac County in the game previous to this one in overtime, 60-56. They're going to take on the Carbondale Terriers tomorrow night starting at 7:30. The winner of this game tonight between Carterville and Marion will take on Mascoutah tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Marion comes in the number 5 seed, Carterville the number 11 seed. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on our pregame show here on News Radio WJPF. Just a couple of minutes away from the starting lineups here at Massac County, up in the crow's nest, as it were, tonight. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson on assignment, and here at Massac County, they've made some changes to the gym since the last time we've been here, I believe. They've got new lighting on the floor. Looks like LED lighting, and man, it really lights it up nice. Don't forget, you can watch and listen to our broadcast. If you head to YouTube, you can search Carterville Lions versus Marion Wildcats, Massac County Regional, and get the same thing you hear on the radio here this evening. But we invite you to do that if you're watching online. Thank you so much for joining us here. Both teams are back on the floor, going through their final warm-ups. The teams will be their benches on the far side of us here at Massac County High School. And just a nice view that we have here this evening. We're going to go on and take our final break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip. It's the Carterville Lions and the Marion Wildcats next on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. They might. They're lining up. We'll just get into an early break. It looks like they're lining up. Go on and run one more. We'll see what they're doing. Yes, they're doing an anthem. the communities we serve. Call 866-744-2468 or visit SIH.net. Bryce Anderson for three from the right wing. Anderson gets things going for the Lions. Carterville is up 3-0. Marion's basketball need a big game out of Bryce Anderson here tonight as well. Boston Ziegler between the circles, right side to Bardo. And with the ball down on the baseline is Hunter Campbell. He has it. Is cut off there defensively by Stritzel. Gets it to Bardo. Back to Campbell. He'll hand it to Bardo. Fires a deep three and good from the right wing. Rashawn Bardo ties it up at 3 here in the first quarter. Just under 6 minutes to go. Carterville basketball. Luke Stritzel now to Dylan Moore. With the left-hand dribble across the top of the key to Tyler Biddle. He wants to get it down on the block, puts it up off the board and good. Nice job by Tyler Biddle. His first bucket, Carterville's up 5-3. Bardo at the free throw line to Campbell from the baseline. 12-footers, though, good. Austin Garmy gets the board for the Lions. 2-point lead for Carterville. Under 5.5 left here in the first quarter. Bryce Anderson drives the baseline, tries the up and under, and it's no good. Turns it over. Marion's on the run the other way. Bardo gets it to Mitchell Jackson, his first bucket of the game, and we're all tied at 5. Into the front court, Luke Stritzel on the left wing. Hands it off to Dylan Moore. Moore at the free throw line, needs some help. Needs somebody to come get him. That's Anderson on the right wing. Up top it goes to Stritzel. Now left wing to Tyler Biddle. Drives to the left baseline. Kicks it back out to Anderson. 12-footer is good for Bryce Anderson. 5 for the sophomore. And it's 7-5 Carterville. Bardo with the basketball between the legs up top of the key. Now to Ziegler, back to Bardo. Down low, gets it to Jackson Connor, and he's fouled from behind. I think it's going to be on Garby. Now they're going to get Stritzel with his first foul. Really was Garby. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Beautiful downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified York dealer, and they service all brands. Call 985-2502 or visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com. Inbound pass comes to Ziegler. Spin move up off the board, lays it home. Boston Ziegler gets on the board. Carterville has the ball. We're all tied at 7. 4:14 here in the first quarter. Austin Garby tries to leave the ball for Bryce Anderson. It's off his hand. That's going to be the third turnover on the Lions. 3 on Carterville, 2 turnovers on the Marion Wildcats. Boston Ziegler takes his time across the stripe. Gets it to Bardo, now to Ziegler. Ziegler directs traffic, moves guys around. Caven Cameron to the right wing. He has the ball. Now to Ziegler. At the elbow, that is Frankie Horner. Bardo to Horner to Cameron Caven. Into the paint. The shot is up and good from Frankie Horner. The junior, 6'2", gets on the board for Marion. 9-2, a 2-point Wildcat lead. Right wing, Tyler Biddle with the basketball, takes it into the paint, kicks it out to Garby from the elbow off the line. Shot is no good, and the rebound comes off to Frankie Horner for Marion. Bardo brings it across midcourt into the front court. Left wing it goes to Cameron, now on the left wing. That's Frankie Horner. Back to Cameron, but to the top, that's Bardo. 3 minutes remaining, 9-7, Marion the 2-point lead. Bardo to the elbow. Horner kicks it out to Ziegler. Left-hand dribble, Ziegler takes it to the block, puts it up off the glass. Nice move from Boston Ziegler. He's got 4, and it's a 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Bryce Anderson steps across the timeline. Bardo gets his hand on it, but Anderson controls, drives the baseline, kick out to the corner. That's Dylan Moore, takes it to the rack, up off the glass, no good. The rebound to Brett Lewis for the Wildcats. Ziegler over to the right side. Horner drives, gets it down low to Lewis. He puts it up off the glass. He's fouled, and Austin Garby got him on the arm. It's going to be team foul number 2, personal foul number 1 on the 6'1 junior, and it's going to put Brett Lewis at the line, shooting 2 free throws. 6'7". Brett's a big guy. Hits the first free throw. It's a 5-point lead now for the Wildcats. Brett Lewis' second free throw is good. 2 for Lewis. 13-7, 2:25 remaining here in this opening stanza of the ball game tonight at Massac County IHSA Class 3A Regionals. The winners will take on Mascoutah tomorrow night at 6 o'clock right here, Massac County. Tyler Biddle is going to fire from 3, buries it from the top of the key. 5 for Biddle in the game. And it's a 13-10 lead for the Wildcats. Ziegler over to the left wing. Bardot thinks about shooting. Gets it back to Ziegler. He thinks about shooting. Backs it up at the free throw stripe. The shot is put up by Horner. And the ball goes out of bounds off the feet of Tyler Biddle. And it's going to belong to the Marion Wildcats. Carterville playing much better than they did on Friday night in that final game of the regular season against Heron. Marion's ball, though. Brett Lewis to Ziegler. Now left wing it goes to Cameron. Looks into the paint, gets to Lewis, makes a nice step, puts the shot up, no good. The ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of Carterville. And it's going to stay with the Wildcats. Scott Hudson on assignment tonight. Up here in the Crow's Nest by myself. There's 2 radio stations across the way from me over there on a bench, but the shot is no good. And a rebound for the Lions. Here they come into the front court. Dylan Moore to the baseline to Stritzel. Dribbles with the right hand, leaves it for Bryce Anderson. Anderson in front 15, high arcer off the board, no good. Stritzel gets the board but has the ball stripped. Another turnover on the Lions. Bardot quickly into the front court for the Wildcats to Ziegler. And he throws the ball away. 4 turnovers on the Wildcats. Here come the Lions. Dylan Moore just below us here. To Luke Stritzel, top of the key. Fires from 3, stayed away, no good. And Tyler Biddle battles for the ball. Comes to Anderson, now to Dylan Moore, right wing. Stritzel steps inside the arc. Kicks it out to Bryce Anderson. Carterville can reset. 44 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. A 3-point game, 13-10. Wildcats with the basketball. Nice pass from Luke Stritzel to Tyler Biddle on the backdoor cut. Biddle's got 7, and it's a 1-point game, 13-12, 30 seconds remain. Austin Ziegler strides his way across the logo at midcourt. 23 seconds remaining here. Slows things down. Shane Hawkins barks at his Carterville Lions the defensive assignment. Coach Gus Gillespie and his staff just sets on the bench. 11, 10, 9. Who's going to get the shot here at the end of the quarter? Bardot to Brett Lewis. Now to Ziegler. 2 seconds, 1 second. Brett Lewis fires at the whistle, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a 1-point game, 13-12. Second quarter action next on News Radio WJPF. Stritzel to Biddle. At the end of the first quarter, it's 13-12. Marion on top of the Carterville Lions. When you look at the scoring for Carterville, it's Tyler Biddle that leads the Lions. He's got 7, and Bryce Anderson has 5. That accounts for all 12 points for the Carterville Lions. Tyler Biddle has it in the front court. Gets it to Stritzel, now over to the left side. That's Bryce Anderson with his 5 points. Tyler Biddle on the right wing, thinks about shooting. Try to get the trap there in the corner. Skip pass left wing to Bryce Anderson. Stritzel back to Biddle. Fires from 3 off the back of the iron. No good. And it's Boston Ziegler with the rebound for the Marion Wildcats. Over to the left corner. They get it down into the paint. Campbell puts the shot up, gets the bucket. Is the shot going to be good? The bucket is good by Hunter Campbell. The foul is on Luke Stritzel, his second. The free throw is good from Campbell. He's got 3, so it's a 16-12 lead now for the Wildcats. Stritzel takes it across the timeline himself, throws it to the right wing. That is Tyler Biddle. Now to Bryce Anderson. Tyler Biddle gets bumped by Mitchell Jackson. That's going to be the first on Jackson. That's actually going to be the first team foul on the Wildcats, and that comes at the 7:19 mark of the second quarter. Carterville basketball on the side. Shane Hawkins talks to the far side official. You can see over at the scorer's desk on the far side if you're watching online. Thank you for watching online, and thank you for watching here on News Radio WJPF, or listening on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville. Sponsors and supporters, Carterville Lions Sports all season long. Austin Garby gets the ball in the paint. Tried the reverse layup, no good. Marion gets the rebound. Ball's tipped out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Wildcats. I think Austin was kind of surprised to get the basketball, didn't know what to do, whether to take it up for a straight layup, and then it was too late. He had to just throw it at the rack. And Marion gets out on the transition game a little quick. Ziegler gets the ball into the paint. Campbell has it, kicks it out, gets it back in the paint. Now leaves it for Ziegler to the free throw line, to the block. Should have been called a travel, no foul, no penalty, no foul. Dylan Moore battles his way into the front court for the Lions. Garby has the ball stripped out of his hand. And it's going to belong to the Carterville Lions. And Boston Ziegler is hurt over underneath the other basket. We have a timeout on the floor. Coach Gus Gillespie. We're going to go on and take a break here. We have timeout on the floor. 16-12 at the 6:48 mark of the second on News Radio WJPF. Go another. Go another. Go another. Go another. There you go. Sorry. Bring it back. After the injury timeout for Boston Ziegler of the Marion Wildcats, he was over on the baseline. It appears to be a left lower leg, ankle maybe, injury. They're going to take him. He didn't want to put any weight on it as he left the court, but they're going to go look at that. So Carterville has the ball from the baseline to our right. They get the ball into Tyler Biddle. He's got 7 points. Stritzel puts his shot up, no good. And the rebound comes off to Campbell for Marion. Jackson Connor has it. Back into the game now here in the second. Asks for the ball on the block. Kicks it out to the right wing. 3-ball wide open, no good. And Tyler Biddle pulls down the board for the Lions. Bryce Anderson with pace takes it into the front court for the Lions. 16-12. 6.5 remaining here in the second quarter. Stritzel's shot off the board, no good. Garby the rebound, puts it up, gets fouled. And Austin's going to go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws for the Carterville Lions. Foul's going to be on Hunter Campbell. That's going to be the first on Campbell, the second team foul on Marion. And Austin Garby's looking to put his first point on the board here, and it comes at the 6:15 mark in the second quarter. Free throw for Garby, rims out, no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. Second free throw from Garby is good. He's on the board with a single point in the game, and it's a 3-point Wildcat lead. Wildcat basketball. Jackson Connor fires from 3. That's short off the iron. Campbell gets the board, kicks it out to Bardo between the circles. Takes it to the elbow. Now Jackson Connor has it. Works around the perimeter. Bardo, right-hand dribble, leaves it over in the corner. That is Mitchell Jackson that gets the three-pointer from the right corner. He's got 5 in the game. Carterville's ball down low. Garby puts it up and good for the Lions on the other end. 3 points for Garby. 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Campbell has it, puts it up off the glass and gets the roll. Hunter Campbell has 5, all here in the second quarter. Carterville's basketball. Bryce Anderson, right side it goes to Tyler Biddle. 1-2, dribbles, pulls it up, gets it to Stritzel in the paint. Now to Miller, drives the baseline, puts the shot up, bounces off the front of the iron. Garby's there to battle, but the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Austin Garby, and it's going to belong to the Marion Wildcats. 4 turnovers on the Lions unofficially in the first, 4 turnovers on the Wildcats in the first. Of course, all unofficially. 6-point Wildcat lead, 21-15. Jackson Connor now to Bardo. Gets the ball down low. Brett Lewis gets tripped up and is pushed out of bounds. He's called for a travel, and that's going to be a turnover on the Wildcats. The winner of this game will play Mascoutah tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Of course, Mascoutah is the number 4 seed here in the tournament. We have a whistle and a hold on Dylan. It's not on Dylan. He was the one held. Foul is going to be on Marion's Mitchell Jackson. That's foul number 2 on Jackson. They only have 3 team fouls. He's got 2 of the 3. Carterville ball, though. Anderson triggers, gets it to Biddle. Head fake. Dagger step on the baseline. Now they kick it around the perimeter. Bryce Anderson behind the back. Leaves it for Moore. Moore takes it into the elbow. Now kicks it to Stritzel. Stritzel left-hand dribble. His pass is tipped away. Turnover on the Lions. Wildcats have it. Jackson Connor, the junior, over to the right corner. Wide open. 3 off the iron from Jordan Cook is no good. Jackson Connor battles for the board. Austin Garby's there, comes away with it, gets it to Bryce Anderson, and that's a turnover on Marion. 2 possessions in a row. Good hustle by the Lions. Get in there and go after those 50-50 balls that are on the floor. Garby on the right wing, left-hand dribble to the elbow to Luke Stritzel. Steps inside the arc, fires from 15, high arcer, no good, and the rebound comes off to the Wildcats. 3:40 remaining, and it's still a 6-point lead. 13-12 the score at the end of the first. It's 21-15 at the 3:30 mark here in the half. Bardo takes it, floater down the lane, off the back of the iron, gets his own board, misses the putback, and Stritzel gets the board for the Lions. Luke Stritzel. Left-hand dribble to the left side. Dylan Moore takes it from there. Looks inside, looks for the cutter, takes it into the paint, needs some help. Nice pass to Bryce Anderson, he just was not in a position to get a good shot. A turnover on the Lions. Quickly the other way, it's the Wildcats. The left-hand layup is no good from Frankie Horner. Here come the Lions. Outlet pass to Garby. Takes it to the hole. Rims around. Off the back of the net, or the neck of the rim. And nobody's wanting to run away with this yet or get close. It's 21-15 and has been for about 2 minutes. Whistle and a timeout. Actually, we have a foul. It's going to be on the Carterville Lions. It's going to be on Luke Stritzel, and that is foul number 3 on the 6'1 senior. Can't have that. Need him on the floor, and we have a timeout taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a 30. We'll take a break as well. 21-15 at the 2:38 mark of the first half on News Radio WJPF. .238 remaining here in the first half. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson is on assignment. 21-15 the score. Marion the 6-point lead and the basketball. They get it to Jackson Connor. He's able to just bank it home on the inbound. That's the first point for the 6'6 junior. Extends the lead out to 8 points for the Wildcats. Marion picks up the pressure. Carterville gets it in the front court. Anderson dribbles around to the right side, to the right wing, hands it to Tyler Biddle. Biddle, the left-hand dribble between the circles. Now to Carson Pearson, who's seeing his first action of the game. Biddle, nice pass to Garby. Kicks it out to Pearson. Wide open 3 from Tyler Biddle is fouled on the shot. He took an elbow right to the jaw. The foul, I think, is going to be on Caven Campbell. It is. 14 foul on Marion, and Tyler Biddle, who has 7 points in the game, is at the line, shooting 3 free throws for the Lions. First one is short. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, where they offer a variety of personal and business banking services. Find out more, go to tboc.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Tyler hits his second free throw, the second of 3. That's his 8th point of the game. 124 seconds remain in the half. Third one is good, 2 for 3 from the line now. Biddle leads all scorers. He has 9 in this game. Marion's basketball at the 2-minute mark. Into the front court, Caven Cameron rather. Jackson Connor to Cameron. Right side to Bardo. Takes it down, has the pass tip. Caven Cameron gets it. Now to Jackson Connor. Drives the lane, puts a finger roll up, rims out. I don't know how that didn't go in. And Carterville comes away with the board. Garby grabs it. That ball was as far down in the hole as it could go, and it rimmed out somehow. Had a little English on it, as they say. Dylan Moore takes it to the hole, up off the board, gets the touch. His first field goal of the game, and it's a 4-point game, 23-19. Jackson Connor eases his way across the timeline, left wing to Bardo. Caven Cameron, now Bardo fires from 3. He hits the deck after the shot, trying to get the foul, no whistle. Misses the shot, and the Lions get the board under a minute to go. Carterville could get within 2, maybe within 1. Dylan Moore drives the baseline, gets fouled, gets the shot, and will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Again, as it's Caven Cameron that got him with the body as he took it to the hole. Now they're going to call Brett Lewis actually on the foul. But Dylan Moore is at the line, shooting 2 free throws. He's got 2 points. First one is no good. 49.1 seconds remaining. Brett Lewis checks out. Hunter Campbell checks in for Marion. Wildcats are 18-12 on the season. Carterville 13-18. Dylan gets the second one to fall. He's got 3. And it's a 3-point game, 45 seconds remaining here in the half. Wildcats, Jackson Connor. Now to Bardot, right wing. Number 5, Connor with the basketball. Left wing, gets it back, goes to the right side. Cuts down through the lane. Frankie Horner now kicks it to Bardot. Bardot buries the 3 from the right wing. That's 2 3-pointers for Bardot. Extends that lead to 6 with 20 seconds remaining. Shane Hawkins gives instruction to his Lions. It's number 5, whatever that is. Cameron Hall hands it to Bryce Anderson. 7 seconds, 6, 5 seconds on the clock. Anderson to the right wing between the legs. Backs it up, takes it, fires from 15. In, out, no good. And at the tip at the buzzer is no good. And that's how we end the second quarter and the first half. It is 26-20, Marion Wildcats. Halftime show is next here on News Radio WJPF.
Let's go 90-90-90 for your halftime pleasures.
Okie doke.
Take extra break chips as well.
So far, so good. If you're watching online, thank you. Carterville's hanging in there. At the half, 26-20, Marion Wildcats hold a 6-point lead here. Entertaining first half of basketball. When you look at turnovers, it's a pretty, actually overall, it's a pretty even game. 2 turnovers on Marion in that second quarter. They got 6 in the game so far. Carterville has 3 turnovers in the second quarter, 7 turnovers overall. Let's look at the scoring for the Marion Wildcats. They are led by Rashawn Bardot. He's got 6 points. That comes on the 2 3-pointers. He had 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Mitchell Jackson, the 6'5 senior, has 5. He has a 3-pointer. And also, Frankie Horner got on the board. He's got a field goal with 2 points. Boston Ziegler, who left the game with that left leg or maybe ankle injury there toward the end of the first quarter, he's got 4 points. Those all came early in the game. Hunter Campbell has 5, and Brett Lewis got a field goal, or excuse me, 2 free throws. He's got 2. That is the 20 points that the Marion Wildcats score in the half. For the Carterville Lions, they are led this evening by the senior, the 5'11 senior, Tyler Biddle. He's got 9 points. He had 7 first quarter points, and then he hit 2 of 3 free throws in the second quarter. He's got 9 to lead all scorers in the game. You have Dylan Moore that has a field goal and a free throw. Austin Garby hit 1 free throw. He's got, and a field goal. He's got 3 in the game. And then Bryce Anderson started off the game with a 3, has another field goal. He's got 5. So 20 points scored for the Lions, 26-20. Updating some scores from earlier, it was Massac County coming from behind. They were down 16 points at one point in the third quarter, and they battled their way back, forced overtime, and they get the 4-point win over Coach Darryl Murphy and the Murfreesboro Red Devils, 60-56. They're going to play Carbondale right here at Massac County tomorrow night. That game is slated for 7:30. Let's see here. It was Centralia beating Benton tonight at the Salem Regional, 48-39. That's all of the score updates that I have as of right now. So tomorrow night's action is going to have, starting at 6 o'clock, it's going to have number 4, Mascoutah, taking on the winner of this game here between the Carterville Lions and the Marion Wildcats. And then at 7:30 will be Carbondale and Massac County, number 1 against Massac, who's the number 9 seed. And then on, Friday night, that will be the regional winner. It will be the winner. That'll be a 7 o'clock game right here. They'll have the three-point championship, shooting championship coming up at halftime. Boston Ziegler is out on the floor right now. You can see him below me. He's working on that ankle, and looks like he's moving pretty good. I'm sure we'll probably see him here in the second half. But it's nice to see him up because he didn't want to put any weight on that knee when he left the floor. We're going to go on and take another break. When we come back, we'll continue our halftime show here. 26-20, the Wildcats with a 6-point lead on your Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. Dave McKenzie on a Monday night edition of Carterville Lions basketball. We were talking right before the break about Boston Ziegler. He was out testing that. It apparently is his knee, his left knee. He came out with a wrap on that. Looked like he was fine. He was shooting, and so the trainer had him do some cuts while dribbling, and then he pulled up, and they go back over to the bench and are going to look at it some more, but he was limping pretty severely. But I hate to see anybody get hurt. And hope that he's able to get back into the game. But right now, he seems like a frustrated ball player sitting over on that far sideline. 26-20, Carterville's hanging right in there in this game. Of course, they're coming off the drubbing they took at Heron on Friday night. Never really in that game. It was 14-5 at the end of the first, and Heron goes on to win it 71-34. Here at the end of the first quarter, it was 13-12 Marion. And then at the half, they're down, find themselves down 6. And, you know, Luke Stritzel's not even in the board for the Lions. The bulk of the scoring has come from Tyler Biddle. He had 7 first quarter points. He hit 2 of 3 free throws there in the second. Carterville hanging right in with Marion. Marion coming off, they're probably one of the hottest teams in Southern Illinois the last 2 weeks of the season. They beat Carbondale a week ago. And then on Friday night, they get the win over Centralia. And that was an upset win at Centralia. So Marion leads the Lions here by 6 points as we head to the third quarter. We're going to go on and take our final break. When we come back, we'll have second half action. It's 26-20, Marion over Carterville here on News Radio WJPF. As we're ready to go here at Massac County, second quarter action. Marion's going to have the basketball and the 6-point lead to start things off here in the second half. I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you so much for listening in on News Radio WJPF. Officials are ready. Marion moving from left to right now. Carterville will be moving from right to left. They're in the visiting blue uniforms here this evening. Over on the right corner, that is Hunter Campbell. They work it around the top of the key. Jackson Connor. Now to the right wing, Bardot. Up top, Jackson Connor, head fake for Bardot, right wing to Campbell. Down low, gets it into the paint to Mitchell Jackson. And Marion's working the perimeter. Over on the left wing, that's Frankie Horner. Wants to get somebody cutting through. Right wing, skip pass to Horner. He loses the handle, but the ball winds up right in Campbell's hands, and Marion controls. Bardot's open for three. Off the iron, no good. Austin Garby gets shoved out of bounds, no call. Campbell misses the bunny. Ball is on the floor. Tyler Biddle is there and gets it to Garby, and that's a turnover on the Wildcats. Carterville takes it the other way. Way to battle Lions. Bryce Anderson. Right-hand dribble between the circles, gets it to Garby in the paint. Right-hand shot is up, no good, and he's fouled. And is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as the foul is on the Marion Wildcats. Frankie Horner, that's going to be the first on Horner. And Garby's at the line. First one is off the back of the iron, no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville. They've been proud sponsors and supporters of Lions sports all season long and for several years. Thank you. Second from Garby is good. Austin's got 4 points in the game now. Carterville's within 5. Bardot, right-hand dribble, left wing it goes. To Horner. Now to Bardot, takes it to the block, puts it up off the board, no good, battles for his own board. Campbell comes flying in there, fights his way for the ball. Ball's loose, Jackson Connor gets it, left wing it goes, down low to Bardot, nice give to Horner as he's cutting down the left side of the lane. Timeout taken. And that's gonna be a 30-second timeout. 28-21, a 7-point Wildcat lead here on News Radio WJPF. Just 30. Length of the floor to go for the Carterville Lions. 28-21, Wildcats have the basketball. Or excuse me, the Lions have the basketball. Bryce Anderson strides his way across midcourt. Gets it to Stritzel. Stritzel into the paint to Garby at the free throw line. Leaves it for Biddle. Biddle to the elbow. Backs it up. Right hand dribble now. They'll reset. Wants to get somebody cutting through. Gets it to Garby. They work to the right side. That is Bryce Anderson. Oh, and tried the backdoor pass. Turnover on the Lions. The first turnover here in the second half. Into the front court. Wide open. Three is good from the right pocket. That is Mitchell Jackson. He's got 2 3-pointers in the game. 8 for the total points in the game. And it's a 10-point lead by the Wildcats. Dylan Moore tripped up, leaves it for Bryce Anderson, fires from 3 from the left corner. Bryce Anderson, he's got 8. He's got 2 3-pointers. 31-24, 5.5 remaining. Pace starting to pick up. Nice pass from Jackson Connor to Campbell. Has to battle as Austin Garby gets his hand in, ties the ball up, and the possession arrow is going to give the ball to the Lions. That's a turnover on the Wildcats. Carterville would be nice if they could get on a little bit of a run here. Anderson across midcourt. Stritzel, left-hand dribble to the left wing. Back up top to Garby. Garby to Bryce Anderson. Just over 5 minutes remaining. 31-24. Garby on the right block. Battles his way. Throws the shot up. Hits off the rim. No good. And the rebound comes off to the Wildcats. Quickly the other way. Jackson Connor. Skip pass to the left wing. Horner takes it to the hole. Left-hand layup is good. Frankie Horner. He's got 6 in the game. Horner replacing Austin Ziegler, who will not return to the game. It doesn't appear. He's over on the sideline. Hunter Campbell checks out. It's going to be Brett Lewis that checks in for the Wildcats. Bryce Anderson triggers the inbound. The ball slapped out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Dylan Moore, off his foot. And that's a turnover on the Lions, turnover number 2. And each team has 2 turnovers here in the second half. Bardo to Horner. Back to Bardo. Nice pass down low. Campbell's able to just turn around, bank it off the board. 7 for Hunter Campbell, the senior. And it's an 11-point lead, the biggest lead for the Wildcats. Dylan Moore battles, has the ball tied up. Oh, they're going to say a foul on the Wildcats. That may be on Mitchell. It is going to be on Mitchell Jackson. That's going to be foul number 3. Carterville basketball just below us here. I'm up in the crow's nest this evening, flying solo. Scott Hudson is on assignment, as it were. Dylan Moore, the left-hand layup is good. Nice job, Dylan Moore. He drives it to the hole. 5 for the senior. 9-point lead for the Wildcats. Wide open 3, again from the right corner, is buried from Mitchell Jackson. He's got 11. He's 3 for 3 from three-point land. Last 3 shots have all been 3-pointers. And he's converted them. 12-point lead, the biggest lead of the game now. Wide open 3 for Tyler Biddle off the back of the iron. Bardo gets the rebound for the Wildcats. He's going to bring it into the front court. Stutter step, top of the key to Lewis, back to Bardo. Now he gives it up to Frankie Horner, left-hand dribble, gets a pick, puts it up off the glass, runs over a defender, makes the shot. No foul called, and we have a timeout that is taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. Comes at the 3:19 mark. It's going to be a full. It's 40-26. The Marion Wildcats lead the Lions here on News Radio WJPF. 60, please. Thanks, Tim. (40-26), 3:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Lions basketball. Length of the floor to go. Bryce Anderson to Luke Stritzel. To Garby. Has his pocket pick. The ball goes out of bounds. That's a battle. Horner. And Garby gets it to Jackson Connor. Misses the layup. And there go the Lions. Got 2-on-2. Dylan Moore steps in. 3-on-2. Runs into Horner. A blocking foul is called on Horner. The ball's going to belong to the Carterville Lions. Just under 3 minutes remaining. As the officials trying to wipe up some sweat off the floor. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. For over 30 years, a certified York dealer, and they service all brands. Call 985-2502 or visit their website, charliesairconditioningandheating.com. Anderson will trigger from the baseline. Somebody's got to get open. Nobody's there. Oh, nice pass to Garby, and he misses the layup, but he gets fouled as he cut to the hole from that left elbow of the lane. The foul is going to be on Lewis. That's Lewis's second, and Garby's at the line here in the third. He's 1 for 2 here in the third. He is 2 for 4 overall in the game from the line. 40-26, 2:55 remaining in the third. Austin Garby, the junior, as we got a lane violation. Austin stepped across the lane, so that shot's no good. Dylan Moore gets the rebound. Shot no good. And Jackson Connor gets the board for Marion. 5.5 remaining here in this game. I guess the next Carterville Lion broadcast we'll have for you, it will be the football team coming up in August when they take on the Benton Rangers with a new head coach. Brett Dial assuming the coaching responsibilities. I just want to say it was a pleasure to work with Coach Dennis Drust over these years that I've been doing the games. And good luck to him in his retirement. Thank you for all your time and patience you afforded me. Look forward to working with Brett next football season. See how things go. Left-hand layup is good from Frankie Horner as he drives the right side, gets the bucket, gets the foul. The foul is going to be on Cameron Hall. That's going to be the first on Hall. Frankie Horner's got 14. He can make it an even 15 with a free throw here. And it's good. 52-28. And to all our listeners that listen to us on the radio, watch our live streams, thank you for the support over the years, and especially this season. We have a whistle and a foul. Cameron Hall's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. The foul is on Marion's Hunter Campbell. Cam Hall's first free throw is good. That's his first point of the game. But what a year it's been for Carterville. Sports and, you know, softball picks up, track and field picks up. Second one is good. 2 for Cameron Hall. 4-minute mark. 22-point lead for the Wildcats. They will advance on to take on Mascoutah tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Turnaround jumper from Hunter Campbell's good. Campbell's got 9. Bryce Anderson takes the basketball, leaves it for Moore. Left-hand dribble to Stritzel, now to Biddle, who fires for 3, good. Tyler Biddle. That puts him in double digits at 12. Nice feed down low and conversion from Caven Cameron. That's his first field goal of the game. 56-33, nice pass down low. Cameron Hall gets the layup. 56-35. Pace is picked up as we moved under the 4-minute mark. We'll have a chance to talk to Shane Hawkins coming up on our post-game show. I want to also say thank you to my partner, Scott Hudson. I know he's not here tonight, but it's been fun working with him this season. Brian Arpau, our producer engineer, back at the studio all season long. Takes care of things back at the station, keeps us on the air. Thanks for your help this season. 3 minutes remaining. Campbell gets fouled. We'll go to the line and shoot free throws. As the foul is on Carterville's Tyler Biddle. That's going to be the first foul on Biddle. Hunter Campbell's got 9 points in the game for Marion. The senior, the 6'6" senior, his first free throw in the air is good. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Chance to extend this lead to 23 points. Second free throw. Rims out, no good. Double digits, though, for Campbell, though. Bryce Anderson, just short of the elbow, puts it up. Gets the floater to fall. Double digits for Bryce. Quickly. Frankie Horner, left wing, down low to Campbell. Reverse layup is good. That's an even dozen for Hunter Campbell. Whistle and a foul, actually a turnover on the Lions on the double dribble. 2 turnovers on the Lions here in the fourth. 2.5 remains. Starting to see the substitutions. Shane Hawkins. Cameron Hall checks out. Bryce Anderson checks out. Tony Cruz is into the game. Cody Rector checking in. Gus Gillespie's gonna sub out his entire starters. Marion's on a roll right now. Be interesting to see the game tomorrow night. They're gonna take on Mascoutah at 6 o'clock right here at Massac County. But with 2.5 remaining, all new players into the game. Jonathan Tucker's into the game. Also, Lucas Will. Tucker has it, drives the baseline, kicks it out. Tucker, Marion's gonna work the perimeters. There's 2 minutes remaining, into the paint. Left-hand layup is good by Clayton Bierman. He's on the board. Cody Rector has the basketball at the free throw line. Biddle fires from 3, that's short, doesn't hit anything. Turnover on the Lions. Wide up in 3's no good. Stritzel gets the rebound. Gets it to Tyler Biddle. Battle for the ball. Biddle comes up with it. Tony Cruz leaves it for Rector. Fires from 3. No good. Just over a minute remaining. Marion's basketball. Over to Tucker. Step into the lane. We have a whistle on Dylan Moore. This will be the final game for Dylan. Tyler Biddle, Tony Cruz, Cody Rector, Luke Stritzel. Chandler Roberts checks in. He replaces Luke Stritzel. Chan, the man, is into the game. Rafe Tuttle's going to check in for the Lions. He's going to replace Tyler Biddle. It's been a lot of fun watching Tyler play basketball over these years. His teammates welcome him to the bench, and Luke Stritzel. Connor Hawkins is going to replace Dylan Moore. Gets a hug from Connor. They wrap up their high school playing careers here this evening. Dylan is going to finish up with 6 points tonight. Stritzel didn't get on the board. Tyler Biddle winds up with a dozen. 3 balls no good for the Wildcats. Battle for the board. Wildcats will have the basketball. Gets it to the cutting Newsom. He misses the layup. Marion, nice pass, back door, up off the board is good from Clayton Bierman. 4 for Bierman. 35 seconds remain. Tony Cruz on the block, waits on the defenders, puts it up, gets blocked. And Tony's gonna go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws. Tony got points on senior night in Carterville. And a chance to get on the book and on the board here, the foul. Clayton Bierman picks up his first foul. Tony Cruz is at the line to shoot 2 free throws. 25 seconds remaining. Misses the first free throw. 6'6" senior. Been there at all the practices, all the scrimmages. Misses the second. Lions go through, the Lion cheerleaders go through their end of the quarter, end of the game cheer. The CHS cheer, that's going to be the final score, 63-37. Carterville's basketball season ends with a record of 3-19. Marion moves on. They're going to take on Mascoutah tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as they move on into the semifinals of the Class 3A regional here at Massac County. 63-37, the final score. Post-game show is next on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, he said he was going to, so.
All right, so we'll go 2 minutes here. Kind of intro the Jones, and then the coach will do that. Back after this, all you have left is Joe's 90.
Okay. (63-37) the final score. Marion knocks off the Lions tonight to end their season with a 3-19 mark. When we look at the scoring, first at the Marion Wildcats, they were led tonight by Frankie Horner. He winds up with, they were led by Mitchell Jackson with 16. Horner winds up with 15. Hunter Campbell with 12. Clayton Bierman with 4. Brett Lewis has 2. Boston Ziegler had 4 before he got hurt. Rashawn Bardo with 6. Jackson Connor, a very, very, very quiet 2 points tonight. 63 points scored by the Wildcats. Carterville was led by the senior Tyler Biddle. He had a dozen. Bryce Anderson had 10. Austin Garby had 5. Dylan Moore winds up with 6. Cameron Hall winds up with 4. And that's the scoring for the Lions. 63-37. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game, I'm going to go with the senior Tyler Biddle. He had 7 first quarter points, winds up with 9 or 12 overall. But this whole group of seniors, just been fun to watch. But Tyler Biddle, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Call 618-534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Owned by Joe and Lindsay McCann of Carterville. For over 20 years, they specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, tree trimming, and snow removal. They do equipment repair, bush, hedge trimming, bush hogging, spring and fall cleanups. 618-534-8148. Tyler Biddle, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. We're going to go on and take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on our post-game show, and we'll be talking with Coach Shane Hawkins. All coming up, 63-37, Marion over Carterville. Carterville's season ends with a 13-19 mark for the year on News Radio WJPF. Thanks for your help all year, Brian. Really appreciative of it. All right. Welcome back, everybody. 63-37, the final score. The Wildcats end the Carterville Lions season. Marion, as we said the entire broadcast there, one of the hotter teams in Southern Illinois in the last couple of weeks of the season. They get the win tonight over the Lions. They're now 19-12 overall, but they're going to take on Mascoutah coming up tomorrow night. That's going to be a 6 o'clock game. Now, Marion comes into the game the number 5 seed. Mascoutah is a number 4 seed. That should be a good matchup. And as we mentioned earlier, it was Massac County coming from behind in the first game this evening and forcing overtime. They get the 60-56 win over Murfreesboro. So the second game tomorrow night is going to feature the number 1 seed Carbondale Terriers taking on the home team, Massac County Patriots, Joe Hossman and his Patriots. But tomorrow night, that will be the late game. And then the regional championship will be on Friday, March 1st. That will be at 7 o'clock. And that will be the winner of Mascoutah Marion and the winner of Carbondale Massac. The winners will be playing for the championship coming up on Friday night. That's the cruel part of regional basketball when you get into the regionals is it's a one-and-done type situation. And that's what the Lions face here tonight as their season comes to an end at the hands of the Marion Wildcats, 63-37. The seniors on the team, it's been fun watching them over the course of the last 4 years, and we ran down a little bit earlier. What a season it's been for basketball in Carterville. The junior high boys win the state championship. The girls team, a very good team. But Coach Corey Klauser and his junior Lions, they win the state championship in Class L. The Carterville Lady Lions, Coach Matt Crane, they wind up 28-4 overall. Got beat in the first in the semifinals at the sectional last week to Breeze Mater Dei. And then the Lions coming off 3 wins a year ago. Coach Shane Hawkins climbs the ladder to the crow's nest, which is hard on a guy with bad knees. But 63-37, the final score. Coach Shane Hawkins. That's a good Marion team.
It is. They're just so long. It's the things we talked about in the pregame. They're so long. And we took some challenge shots early. We tried to be patient. I thought we had it where we wanted the first half. We had it in the 20s. I just didn't think we could score in the 50s. I thought it was going to have to be a low-scoring game just because of their length. And, they can go challenge shots. They can come from a long way in challenge shots. And, you got some 5'9" and 5'10" guys trying to shoot over 6'3" and 4 and 5, and it makes it tough. And, I thought we attacked the rim pretty well. Didn't always finish, but we attacked the basket, and it's hard on both ends of the floor because of their length and strength. And they got some guys who are not super skilled, but they are strong and they are physical, and sometimes the bigger, stronger wins. And now they've got some guys who are really skilled. Let's not say that. Yeah. They have some of those.
But the really skilled players didn't beat you tonight.
No, they
didn't. It was just the big athletes.
Yeah, it was. Mitchell Jackson was really good, and he got rolling there in the third quarter, just like he did on Friday night against Centralia. He hit 3 straight threes and kind of opened that one up a little bit. And they put a big on that block with Austin. And then put a shooter on that corner and attack that corner. It was hard for him to get out there, and we couldn't get enough rotation to get guys out there. And, they missed some shots early. And then they made some there in the third quarter when they kind of went on a run. And that game's really, if you look at all 3 games we played them, they're all a mirror of each other. It's tight. Yeah. It's tight at half. It's 1, 2, 3 possessions. You're in it. And then about the middle of the third quarter or fourth quarter, they make a little run and get separation. And when it's hard to score for you, like it is, and it's a little bit easier for them to score, they can go get separation right away. But it was 6 at the half, and it was still even 10-11 there midway to late in the third. And, then we had to extend a little bit, and then it kind of got away from us. But I'm really proud of our guys. It's going to show as a 24, 25, 26-point loss. That's not a 26-point loss because that was a game that we battled in. We were in, and it got extended there at the end. And I'm really proud of our guys with their effort. I was worried, I'll be honest, after Friday night because I didn't think our effort was very good playing your regional rival, your local rival. And so I just wondered where would our focus be tonight? And I thought we played extremely hard. I have no qualms about where we were tonight, and we gave them a run, and we were there for 20 minutes or so, 22 minutes, and then it got away from us there at the end.
One of the cruelties of regional basketball is that you lose and you're done.
Yeah. And
you wind up 13-19 on the season, coming off a season in which you only won 3 games.
Right.
This is a successful year for this Lions team and the progress, in my opinion.
And I think as you get going and you have, now we had guys who had been in the program since sophomores. They had been in every practice for, 3 years now, and that makes a major difference. They have a general understanding of everything we're trying to do. They may not get it perfectly, but they have a general idea of what exactly we're trying to accomplish. And you know what? They come to work, and I thought 2 years ago those guys played harder than they had ever played in their life. And I thought, with the Heil and Blake Jackson, those were our leaders, and they led us by playing extremely hard. And I think they played harder than they ever had. And I thought that carried over to last year. I think it goes back to that first group. It's kind of set the tone of how hard we're going to play. And last year, we win 3, but I thought we played hard. I thought we competed. Again, as hard or harder than they had ever played in junior high or underclassmen basketball. And I think the same thing. I'm excited for those guys that they got to experience 13 wins in a season.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had to experience a lot of wins, and just the fact that they stayed with it. Because today's society, it's when things don't go well, we just give up. And this group did not do that. They stuck with it. They were our leaders. Those 4 seniors that we've had in the program, and Tony come back this year. But those 4 guys, those 4 seniors were our leaders. And like I just told them, there's sometimes they didn't lead verbally as much as I would have liked. But they led by example, and they did things the right way, and they took charge. They were in charge of what was going on. They controlled our locker room. So you know that we trusted those guys because they had our best interest of the program at heart, and they continued to come work every day, and they got on those young guys for not competing. So that's if they will have that kind of attitude and mentality, that's going to be a really successful group in life. And we tell our guys and we tell our parents the first meeting of the year, we're going to teach life through basketball, and if you can. When you get away from here, if you can take some of the things that we talk and teach and preach and put them to life and make you a better person, then we've been successful.
This group of seniors, Scott and I, we were talking about this after the Heron game, and it goes right along to tonight. This team never, ever quit. Even last week, I don't know that they quit against Heron other than they got beat down by Heron.
Yeah.
And, but the effort has always been there. What do you think about your program looking forward to next season?
Well, I think we're going in the right direction. I think we have the kind of identity. We have the mindset where our guys are thinking about being successful and thinking about doing the right things. And I think that's always there in their mind. And I think that very seldom do we have any selfishness going on. I think we've bought in, and again, I think our seniors have been in it for 3 years. They've put in team. They've bought into team concept. It's team above everything else, and I think this group exemplifies that as good as any group we've had. And, now, have the juniors been paying attention? Have the sophomores been paying attention? That'll be the question, because as with every level, everybody wants to be the leader, but better be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get your chance, and are you going to be ready to be the leader, both on the floor and in the locker room, and then in the classroom and in the community? Can you, because some people can't handle that. And so it'll be telling here, and we'll know real soon if our juniors are ready to take, or maybe it's the sophomores, who's going to take leadership of this team, because they've known that they've had Ty and Dylan and Stritzel to do that. Now, who takes the reins from there? And we'll see. But I think that those guys have paved the way of doing things the right way. I think the framework, of the mind frame of what direction we want to go, I think that's in place. So now it's going to continue to get better. It becomes skill is the next thing. You got to have that kind of work ethic and togetherness and team identity first, and then it's skill stuff. Then you can never be too skilled. And we tell our guys early, and we'll tell them in the spring, and we'll tell them again in the fall, is I've never heard, and I've watched a bunch of basketball, and I've read a lot, and I've seen a lot. I've never heard of somebody who dribbled too good, or passed it too good, or shot it too good. So you can always improve your skills to get better. And that's kind of been our mantra. And I think our seniors did that. I think our seniors improved from sophomore year to junior year, and from junior year to senior year. And so they've made progress. They've made strides. Now it's the next group that's got to continue to do that.
63-37, the final score here tonight. Carterville finishes up 13-19 on the season. Coach, I just want to say thank you for your patience, your time, all the opportunity hanging out.
You've had to be more patient with me than I've had to be with you.
But it's been an enjoyable season, and just thank you to you and all the assistants, Coach D, and it's just been a lot of fun. I love our Carterville Lions.
Well, and we want to thank you from our staff and our program. Thank you and Scott, and you've been with us, the whole way here, and the JPF family, and it's fun, it's exciting, and I think you always want to win more, and hopefully we're getting there. I think we're on the right track, and we'll go back to work real soon. I know that.
Shane Hawkins joining us on our postgame show. Little Hawk joining us in the booth here as well. So 63-37, the final score. For Shane Hawkins, for my broadcast partner Scott Hudson on assignment tonight, for our producer engineer back at the studio, Mr. Brian Arpel, thanks for all your help this year. I'm Dave McKenzie. That ends your Carterville Lions Sports for 2018-19. The next time we talk to you here on News Radio WJPF, high school football. Carterville Lions and the Benton Rangers with new head coach Brett Dial. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports all season long on News Radio WJPF. God bless. Thanks, buddy. All right, bud. Thank you.